Hi, my name is Jessica Santana. My credential is A00103783. My classroom number is ENG04 on Saturdays, and my teacher's name is Guarionex Suero. In this video, I'm gonna be talking about my learnings from Unit 9, Lesson 3 and 4, and Unit 10. In Unit 9, Lesson 3 and 4, I learned about describing airport announcements and describing transportation's problem. For example, the flight is overbooked. It means that there is no space for anyone to travel in this flight. Another example is the flight is departing at 10 o'clock. Also, in the Unit 9, I learned about the paragraph. A paragraph is a group of sentences that relate to a topic or a theme. When you are writing contains information about a variety of topics, it is convenient to divide your writing into separate paragraphs. Traditionally, the first word of a paragraph is indented. Sometimes new paragraphs, especially in books, are not indented. Unit 10, Lesson 1. Comparative and superlative adjectives. Usage and form. Usage. Comparative adjectives compare two people, places, or things. We use then when the second item is mentioned. For example, Mexico City is larger than Los Angeles. Housing in New York is more expensive than in Lima. Compared with Los Angeles, Mexico City is larger. Compared with Lima, housing is more expensive in New York. Now I'm gonna be talking about superlative adjectives. The superlative adjectives compare more than two people, places, or things. For example, compared to other cities in the Americas, Mexico City is the largest. Let me see. Form is adjective, cheap, expensive, practical. Comparative is adjective. Comparative of the adjectives is the comparative adjectives of cheap is cheaper than more expensive than less practical. Superlative adjectives, we have to put the at the beginning. For example, the cheapest, the most expensive, the least practical. Superlative adjectives, spelling rules. We have to add est to one syllable adjectives. If the adjectives ends in e, we have to add st. For example, cheap, the cheapest. Loose, the loosest. If an adjective ends in or, is, a consonant vowel consonant sequence, double the final consonant before adding est. For example, hot, the hottest. For most adjectives that end in y, we have to change the y to I and add est. For example, pretty, the prettiest. Busy, the busiest. To form the superlative of most adjectives of two or more syllables, we have to use the most or the least. For example, car trips are the least expensive vacations. Cruises are the most relaxing vacations. Now I'm gonna be talking about connecting contradictory ideas. Even though, however, and on the other hand. We can use even though to connect contradictory ideas in a sentence. A comma is optional before even though when it comes at the end of the sentence. For example, B Flowers is the most popular shop in town, even though it's quite expensive. Always we have to use a comma if the clause that begins with even though comes first. For example, even though it's quite expensive, B Flowers is the most popular shop in town. We can use however or on the other hand at the beginning of a sentence to connect contradictory ideas from one sentence to another. Use a comma. For example, you can bargain for low prices at Marty's. However, the service isn't very friendly. Another example is B Flowers is quite expensive. On the other hand, it's the most popular shop in town. Thank you so much, teacher. I learned a lot with you, and I hope to continue taking classes with you. See you next time.